What's up, guys?
The boys
Are back,
with another video.
and today we're going to talk about week 1 of the XFL. So for starters, what I got for you is, honestly, the NFL fans were really hype about that review system that the XFL had going on.
Yeah, I seen a lot of the NFL fans were calling for the NFL to immediately adopt what the XFL does as far as play reviews and stuff like that goes, because of how it went. And I believe the Vipers versus Renegades game.
Yeah, so also, I mean, it has its difficulties still, like in that first game he's talking about, clearly that was a pick in that game, but, it's the first week. They got to tweak out everything, but also in the first week, everybody was able to see some notable players, my bad. You got Jack Cohen. He played for the Colts, but got dropped. Don't know why. I mean, the guy that they kept over him. Oh, well, but Martavius Bryant, he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, he was mediocre at best, but
he was the one that did that flip touchdown, wasn't he?
He was. You get one good thing in your career, and that's it.
Well, and then you got Kalen Ballage. He didn't, do much better in the XFL. He still looked like Kalen Ballage.
He had those NFL stats in the XFL.
Yeah. So. AJ McCarron, he did decent playing as the Battlehawks.
He didn't do terrible considering all the pressure that he was being put under, but I definitely seen a lot of, not necessarily things that was his fault, but he could have made some different decisions with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, we'll get into their game later because I got a few notes about that. And then you got Ben DiNucci and Josh Gordon. Man, Josh Gordon.
Yeah.
A name that just won't drop every year after the NFL or during the NFL, talking about, oh, he might be coming back.
He pops up back somewhere until he gets kicked back out.
Yeah. So let's get into the games, though. First game I got is the Renegades beat the Vipers. What do you got on that, though?
I think that the Renegades had a really aggressive defensive style. I seen a couple fumble recoveries and a pick six from their team. However, also from the offensive side, I seen a little bit of ball security issues from the quarterback that was a little shaky.
Right.
And then for the Vipers, we got to see that 4th and 15 option that we talked about
in the first
rules.
game, dude. I was surprised to see it in the first game.
I think that definitely made the end of that game a little more anticipating, at least, It's something new that we haven't seen. We are actually about to see exactly how it plays out, and it actually worked for them.
Yeah, I actually had something down here in my notes talking about, like, how it makes the game more competitive. Like, once you score or convert on that 4th and 15, now you're thinking, like, dude, we got this chance to win now.
Yep, so, you got a whole nother drive ahead of
you. So after that, we got the Roughnecks versus the Guardians game. You got any key notes on that one?
For that one, I was kind of questioning some of the ref calls that they had going for the Guardians on that game, just because, there's so much about refs not doing their job correctly going on in the NFL that's something that not only I, but I know a lot of other fans from the NFL are looking for in the XFL to see if they're any better. And that game, I think, kind of showed a little bit of a roughness to the start of the season.
Well, there you guys have it. You can start bashing on the refs in the XFL as well. What I got on that game is like, dude, that was like a blowout on that game. Roughnecks, like, just took off with that game. They beat the Guardians 33-12.
Yeah, I mean, they got a monstrous defense from what I seen, or the Guardians just have an absolutely ferocious offense. But, it seemed like Kirkland, their wide receiver, was a big factor in the game for the Roughnecks, and then their running back, number 22. Was that McCaffrey under there?
You're right, yeah. Dude was running the ball very well, like a young McCaffrey.
I think his name is actually Borgie or Borhe. I'm not exactly sure.
It was a weird name.
His name.
It was a very weird name.
But, yeah, he's one of the players I think to watch this season.
Yeah, now let's get into the Battlehawks game where I was talking about AJ McCarron. The Battlehawks beat the Brahma Bulls. I was actually rooting for the Brahma Bulls because, I don't know, I mean, honestly, Hines Ward was the head coach, Super Bowl champ. And he played for a great offense. So I feel like him being a head coach was a good, team to go for. So I'm still riding with the Brahma Bulls for the rest of the XFL season. But the Battlehawks came back. They made a comeback. Like, what I was gonna say is like Jack Cohen was playing like the Colts. Basically, he basically was like still playing the Colts scheme. Couldn't hold a lead like the Brahma Bulls did have against the Battlehawks. So, what do you got on that game though?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it was a really defensive game overall. Both teams kind of showed what I thought was really good aggressive defensive schemes, kind of. And at the end of it, what I really came away for what lost the ball game for the Brahmas was a lot of their O-line. It looked like their quarterback was just taking a lot of hits that he didn't need to and getting a lot of pressure caused on him that could have been avoided if his blockers was just holding up for an extra second and a half.
Well, it goes back to me, like, I feel like it was the defense. I feel like the defense was like, oh, we got the lead. We can just back off a little bit. And then after that, you see A.J. McCarron going down the field, scoring, hitting the extra point conversion that they chose.
Yep.
And then they also did the 4th and 15 and converted on that too. So, really, I feel like the defense just gave up that game.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, I don't think they really fought hard enough. They kind of got maybe a little bit too comfy. Is probably what happened. We'll see if they let that happen again next week, though.
Right. Next game I got is the Defenders beat the Seattle Sea Dragons. They beat them 22-18. What you got on that game?
Yeah, I mean, Amu, their quarterback, looks like a solid all-around quarterback. You know, he's kind of mobile. He had some decent passes during the game, and he seemed accurate for the most part. We seen a couple times that pressure was applied to him, and he did good with the ball in his hands still. On the other side of the game, though, DiNucci, I mean, he looks good in his new home in the XFL, so now the only thing is for us to see what week he kind of chokes.
Yeah, most definitely.
Coming from those Cowboys.
You did see like some good connections with DiNucci and Josh Gordon, knowing that Josh Gordon got the first touchdown in the XFL.
Yep.
And his first touchdown in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Gordon looked really good on Sunday night, and I'm sure he gets tested before the next game. We might need to look into some of the rules and
it was stuff. Like you hold on to that ball pretty good. Hold on.
He found his hands all of a sudden.
Some other things I just got little notes here and there is that we were able to see the kickoff after our rules video.
Yeah.
So after seeing the kickoff, I honestly like the kickoff. I like how it is. Not everybody's, spread it out down the field, and they're all lined up against each other, face to face. Then you just gotta wait for the receiver to get the ball from the kicker, and I feel like it gives it more probability of the kicker from the kick receiver to return it, and it gives it more probability for the defenders to go and tackle him, because you're not like on one whole side with everybody else trying to go to a whole nother side.
Yeah, I definitely like how it kind of forces the receivers to actually return the ball and stuff. It's a little weird watching it for that first time, that first week, getting used to it, just because it is decently different from the NFL. I mean, I haven't really seen anything like that. However, for its purpose of reducing the injuries that happen on return plays, since they are said to be some of the most dangerous plays played in the NFL, I understand, and I think it's a little good improvement to their league, addition to their league, I guess.
Right. One other thing is XFL in week 1 had their first ejection. I can't remember dude's name. He did play for Seattle Sea Dragons, but he threw a punch at another player. And I was like, wow, week 1, and here we are, already getting ejected.
Yeah, that's
like, this was your debut. You're already showing who you are. So
that's crazy. Yeah, they're gonna have to make sure that the players can check their anger, because I mean, at the end of the day, they really didn't have a terribly big draft class. So
no,
if they go losing a bunch of players, they're gonna have to start trying to flood more in, and they're gonna be random spec.
Right. And especially the games weren't even that bad because honestly the scores were kind of close besides the Roughnecks game. But honestly, I feel like the game's just not worth fighting when it's that close. Yeah, you lost. It was week 1 though. Everybody's still getting out the week 1 jitters. So
Yeah, I mean, like you said earlier in the video, shaky week 1, but overall, I don't think it was terrible. I think that what we seen in the Seattle Sea Dragons game was probably one of the best matchups of the week, and if they play like that every week and all the matchups kind of ended up like that, I wouldn't be mad.
no, I kind of like how they're close. It makes it more competitive, more like edge, like sit on the couch edge, where it's like, okay, my teams, can have the chance of coming back. But it is what it is. Football's back though. Football hasn't went away.
Yep.
It's not the NFL, but XFL is something to check out. So make sure you guys do check it out at least this coming week. They do play Thursday. They'll play Thursday night. Before I have my man Justin close us out, though, I do want to give a shout out to The Rock, who gave an opening speech. It was really cool. He talked about how everybody told the players, like, this is where your dream ends, and he's bringing the dream back. So after that, shout out to you, Rock, or Dwayne The Rock Johnson, however you want your name to be said. But yeah, after that, man, honestly, Justin, you want to close the boys out?
Make sure you guys like and comment under the video what your guys' XFL teams are and who your guys' favorites are so far. And follow us on all of our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Ballin' with the Boys.
Make sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Your boys are out.
Ballin'.